And we're getting some breaking news from the United States. Donald Trump's immigration crackdown turns violent. 37-year-old Alex Breti shot dead by the Fed officers. Minneapolis turns into a battlefield after the shootout. The Fed officials claim that Alex was armed and had 2 loaded magazines. There are widespread protests in U.S. against the Fed officers after this killing. Protesters are slamming Donald Trump over the crackdown, and the fierce protests on streets of U.S. have turned violent. Trump even posted a picture of the immigration agent's finger chopped off. And remember, this is the second such case, the second such killing which is being reported from Minneapolis. And this crackdown by Donald Trump, the immigration crackdown, has turned violent.
Individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds. He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at the scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement. About hundreds of protesters then showed up at the scene. They began to obstruct and to assault law enforcement officers. We saw objects being thrown at them, including ice and other objects. And a rampant assault began, and even an HSI officer agent's finger was bitten off.
So 37-year-old Alex Breti has been identified as the person who was fatally shot by immigration and customs enforcement agents in Minneapolis on Saturday. And this is the second such shooting which is being reported from Minneapolis. Meanwhile, the protests, the crackdown have turned violent. It's 37-year-old Alex Breti that who has been shot dead by the immigration officers, and Minneapolis has yet again turned into a battlefield after the shootout. But what the Fed officials claim is that Alex, who has been fatally shot dead, was armed and he had 2 loaded magazines. This is the version of the Fed officers. And after this shooting, there are widespread protests in the U.S. against the Fed officers. And in fact, the protesters are also slamming U.S. President Donald Trump over the immigration crackdown.
Minneapolis police received a report of a shooting involving federal law enforcement in the area of East 26th Street and Nicollet Avenue on the south side of the city. Officers arrived and found an adult male with multiple gunshot wounds when they arrived. Life-saving aid was being rendered, and he was transported by ambulance to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased. Based on the information that we have, which is very limited, this is a 37-year-old white male who is a Minneapolis resident, and we believe he is an American citizen. We have not been told any official reports of what has led up to the shooting.